Welcome to Orlando, Florida, the vacation capital of the world, but no time to take a vacation today. The stadium is rocking, the bounce house, as the UCF Knights are ready to open another season. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on a team from the SEC, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sun Devils will kick it away to start us off. Fair catch, called for and made. Here comes the offense on first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll ride the hot hand. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
On second down, he'll fire. Makes the grab down the middle. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
The Knights have this offense rolling. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights will hustle to the line.
Second down coming up.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds a man on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
On second down, they'll take to the air. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Another incompletion on third down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
Oh, the attempt is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. The errant 45-yard field goal try sets them up with the football on their own 28. Leaves it with the running back. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29.
Brought down at the 29-yard line. Second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup.
Man, this guy is an absolute handful. You have the zone reads and all the other stuff you can do, but the design runs, too, are just as effective. Now you get an extra blocker and a guy that can just chew up dirt. He's just so fast. He can outrun all these linebackers easily, and then big enough in the secondary to break tackles, too. But unbelievable job. Just it happens so fast with these dynamic athletes at quarterback.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out, and it's like 11 guys. They've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game with the quarterback and the running attack, but they've just done such a good job so far staying home, playing their assignments. You saw it on that last play right there. Rallying to the football, nowhere for him to go and creating a big loss.
Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another day.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
You see more and more of this in college football. They handle off in the jet sweep on short yardage. This time the defense was not fooled at all. They were locked in, get the receiver to the ground. No first down for you.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down the end zone.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Going deep. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, UCF! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Brings up 2nd down.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Right back to him on the ground. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Little touch pass to the receiver. Running into the open space. Can anyone catch him? They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, UCF 7, Arizona State 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Power football with the run. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. The Sun Devils headed quickly to the line. Give to the running back. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Complete out of the backfield.
3rd down, man. I think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on first and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
It's now second and goal.
Now on second and goal. Here comes the option. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Arizona State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback, give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And after that punt, that's where they'll mark it. It'll be just inside the 35-yard line.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field, and hey, even cause a turnover, that's just great.
Leaves it with the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They'll try the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? On the option. Makes it past the marker. Nothing but green ahead. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
Man, that dude just hits the gas and just goes. How nice is it as an offensive coordinator to have a quarterback that you can run just like a tailback? And you got a tailback in the backfield with him all the time. And he can throw so many options, but you just see the speed when he hits the gas, and it is really nice.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
At the 13-yard line. 2nd down.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Calls his own number. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jones. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Sun Devils in the hurry up. Quarterback will keep it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, Spell, is he can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Back to the ground with the running back. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield. The running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on 1st down.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Tosses it incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Not
incomplete.
fourth down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. The Knights will go for it here on fourth down. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
Arizona State.
The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now adjusting. He turns it loose to the left. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Sun Devils will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that's where they'll have to down it, just inside the 50-yard line. one more snap coming before halftime. They'll give it to the back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Knights will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Knights! The defense with the scoop and score. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Arizona State has the ball back in the offense, making its way onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. So much for putting a drive together and getting into plus territory. They got it out in the flat, but just nothing doing.
Yeah, and I get it. You don't want to make a mistake in your own territory and maybe give up points or set them up for good field position, but that was not open. Just checking it down to your running back basically in the flats, and it went nowhere. There was no space. Just not a good play.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Motion from the offense. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Thompson wants to throw. It's complete. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him thinking I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
On the move. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And stick him to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They want to run it left here. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. And with the ISO play, you'd think they'd get a good running start to get that block, but boy, I tell you what, they took care of business there, the defense did.
Took care of business. You see the pulling guard come around, and the defense is not fooled, attacking downhill. Nobody's getting knocked off the football, and the defense is not allowing them to run the football right up the gut on them.
The offense is going to try to convert on 4th down. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker has already misfired once. That might have played into the decision. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting a run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Wide out in motion. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. It's caught along the sidelines, but he's out of bounds. Would have had the 1st down if he could have stayed in the field of play.
And timing is so important on offense, especially on these 3rd down type plays. If the ball gets there just a hair sooner, comes up with that inbounds.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Sun Devils will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and short kick. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
Will take over 1st and 10.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Thompson to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Intercepted by Arizona State. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their feet.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
The Sun Devils getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to take off. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Arizona State! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Number 26. Catch and score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, it's my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. And the catch was one thing and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Great job by the running back here on that 3rd down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these 3rd down type plays to move the sticks.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Arizona State 21, UCF 14.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Fast motion from the offense. Thompson wants to throw. He looks that one in nicely. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got the quick pass. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Stopped short of the marker, and a stop for this defense, and they get the ball back.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Looks as if he's going to run it. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays, and if you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
He'll ride his man on the option. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Now on the option. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Anytime you play this offense, the challenge is stopping this quarterback from running the ball. You've already seen in this game, he's been able to break off a few runs and do some nice things. That time, though, the defense had his number and tackled him for a loss.
We might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Well, the running game got nothing on first and second down. Let's see if they try the air on third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
They'll go to the ground. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on third and long. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. The ball is going to be downed at the 35.
You know, punt cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes they've got to tackle a guy out in the open field, and a really good one at that. But how about their ability to get to the returner and not just get the tackle, but create the takeaway? That is a massive play on special teams.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
They go to the ground. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And if you'd have told this defense that they... running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the 1st down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Off he goes. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And the Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
The Sun Devils looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. To the ground to try to pick up the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that third down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Okay, one possession game, got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Quarterback checking off. Thompson to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They'll try to get it through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Got it past the marker. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Comes out throwing on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Thompson wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants a big play here late. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look up, and then, heck, I got the win.
Yeah, David, they just had ice in their veins, and you can tell there's tremendous leadership on this football team. Guys can step up, and in the huddle, they can make sure that everybody else is focused to the task at hand in order to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.